Good morning and welcome to Riddick's Gas Hero Guild of Thrones Strategy Guide. Uh, we are now moving on to episode 5, which once again will jump into the breeding of heroes and Hero Mountain. In addition to going over the Hero Mountain prizes and the distribution of those prizes on a weekly basis. Now, the goal of our strategy guide is going to be around replication, replication, replication. My viewpoint and my strategies are based on survival, and given that the heroes in our teams do have a limited lifespan of 20 days, we want to make sure that we can continue in multiple cycles as long as we possibly can. So our goal is going to be replicating and using assets that we accumulate to speed up that replication, increase energy, add skill trees, etc. as we continue throughout this journey. Before we jump in, we are now live on TikTok. We have a TikTok channel where these guides are broken down. You can find these guides at Gas Heroes on TikTok. All right, jumping straight in, we can see here now that our clan chief position has finished, we were able to earn 4 GMT through that process. We can now claim that there, and we were able to achieve that clan chief position. Again, every little bit helps at this point as we progress forward. So we're going to take a look first at our items that we have. So we have enough of the experience potions for our next breed, but we are short on the gas canisters. So we're going to jump in straight away and start farming those. Now, today we will be seeing who we can breed. I think we have our 2 tanks. Nope, we're going to go for a tank and one of our supports. So we only need 30 of the gas canisters, which based on the level of the power cam mine, we're doing a 9 to 12, so we may get lucky and get it on the first, otherwise we'll do a second there. Now, each of these locations, even though you may be able to complete an easy level 6, for example, in one location, doesn't necessarily mean that it will translate to a different location. They all are within a certain range, and there are elements that come into play with it, whether one of your key damage dealers gets stunned or gets killed early. But again, with our team, we're pretty solid and consistent with that easy level 6. We were able to get 10, perfect, which means we now have enough materials to breed our second pair. So we are going to go with our tank, Mr. Yokozuna, and we will go with Telekinetic Woman. There is the 4G GMT cost. We can see up there in the top right corner, we've got 14, so we are covered there. And let's see what happens. Boom. So there we go. We've got now our another tank replication, and our item count gets reduced. So now we can start farming those resources again. Now, what we will see after that asset is finished syncing with our off-chain, we will get another half of a point for our energy, which gives us an additional 1 energy accumulated since our first day of this cycle. So what we're going to do is we're going to farm our power cans and get them out of the way. We do need just 30 of those. So hopefully we get lucky and we can get 10, 10, and 10 and get it in 3 runs versus the 4 runs. Now, while that is running, let's jump in for our daily attempts with Gas Hero Mountain. And even though there are 2 uncommons there, they don't have a tank, they've just got a support utility and the damage dealer with Altruistic Banker. So as soon as that front hero goes down, all DPS will be focused just on that Altruistic Banker. Now we've hit our range points. Altruistic Banker on our side is still at full health, so even if we go down 1 or 2 more characters, we should be able just to edge this through. There we go. And now just that Altruistic Banker should go down pretty quick. Okay, and there's our first win of the day. So we'll jump back in. So we got 11, great. We'll do another one there, and then start our second attempt. We'll go against 774, 354. So them using the uncommon Unstoppable Force, which is another one of those great multi-target DPS. And hopefully we can get their tanks down quick enough to get all of our damage focused on that Unstoppable Force. Okay, their Yokozuna down, and we just need to get their Iron Lady down. There we go, and now we can just focus all of our efforts on that Unstoppable Force, and hopefully they don't take down our Altruistic Banker first. Our healer's starting to kick in. There we go. Our second win of the day. Looking at these other matchups, let's give YS 113, 1319 an attempt. Again, they've got that Devil's Follower there at the mid row that does quite a bit of that multi-target damage. Meditation Master, also another multi-target damage character. So this matchup's pretty going to be pretty one-sided with that Devil's Follower. Okay, not enough there, so we're going to definitely challenge this Black Sapphire Uncommon. Now, given the high defense specialization of Black Sapphire, this fight could take a minute. But it definitely looks like it's just not doing enough damage to us to even matter, so our healers are keeping us pretty much at 100%. All right, now we are complete. We may be able to take on Dara, so let's have a look. The Biorobotic Soldier at Uncommon with the Uncommon Weapon and Pet there, Tier 2 Pet, it holds up very, very well. So now our characters, our DPS damage are now heading into their rage periods. Hopefully enough to get down that Death's Hand in the back row because, yeah, I think they will definitely take the edge on this one. We've just hit our enrage, so maybe possibly slide through, but we'll see. It's low DPS. No, they will definitely take the win here. Okay, we're going to do one refresh. That's going to be our tolerance for the day, and we'll get an instant win here with James number 2. Let's see who else we got. We can definitely, I think, take this lineup. So we just need the 2 more battles, and then we are done with our Hero Mountain for the day. So their tanks not having weapons or pets, or sorry, not having weapons, they do have the pets, which means they're doing very minimal damage. And now as we pick off those back row of theirs, it's just going to be just sweeping up the remainder. And with less damage being done, our healers now building our team back up in health as we finish them off. All right, the last one. Do we recognize any names? No, so we'll just do this one here. Again, 1 tank here with a lone werewolf. The Swift Blade Master DPS will go down pretty quick, and then all we got to do is focus on the Unstoppable Force in the back. Now you can see that Unstoppable Force is doing quite a bit of damage, and is definitely more than enough to wipe us out. Let's see. Who else can we take on? Okay, so 2 common tanks, which shouldn't be too difficult. It's just that uncommon in the back of the 2, one of them being a stun and one of them being a multi-target. Now our damage hitting their enrage. Let's see. We'll just wear out our challenge on here just so we can get that extra points. And then one more, but we'll time that up with another run on our gas can mine. So we get another 11 and one more, so we are able to get that in the 3. Now, while that battle is, we're just about finished here. Now, the way I'll jump into the way the Hero Mountain works is for players that are level 1 to 100, there will be a baseline GMT reward of 1,100 GMT. Now, for the top 15% of the players within each section, they'll receive a 5x multiplier. So the top 15 people in the 1 to 100 segment will get 5,500. Then we move into the next tier from 100 to 101 to 300. So from 101 to 111, they'll get a 5 times multiplier at 2,750. And the prize is being distributed all the way down to that 1,500 mark. So that will be done on a weekly basis, so a great way for players to earn even in more various strategies by building up their teams. Okay, so we've now finished our daily unlock, so we now can open our daily reward, and we were able to get 1 weapon shard and 1 DNA fragment to create another common hero, both of these requiring 100 to complete that next hero or weapon. Okay, so now that we have our 31, now we can start back to farming our experience potions to hit 60, which should put us in range for another breed tomorrow. Now, timing-wise, we are looking at our heroes. We are on essentially 15 days left, so in the first 3 days, we've been able to accumulate 2 additional heroes, with the 4th day being tomorrow. So we're well on target in accumulating those additional resources. You can see up the top of the screen here, we are now at 40 energy as we continue to build and streamline our teams. Again, with the next cycle, we should be at 42 energy starting, which allows us to accumulate those resources at a greater depth. So we've got this one and 1 more after this, and then that's a wrap for our day. Now, it's worth mentioning as well that as our energy does increase, so does our relative strength. So if we are going to look at the next guild arena, which is not open yet, but typically lasts about 10 days, and we look at Mika, Mika is in... There we go. So Mika's relative strength is 106. So when we come to the next arena selection for Guild Master, we can then look at our damage done. Let's have a look here. There we go. This is just a replay of the battle between our team and Mika, just to see how close we were. I think we were only 80 strength, 87 strength at this point. So we have been able to build that up as we go. They do have the uncommon there, so that makes a bit of a difference for them, as well as the Deadly Nightshade. So hopefully we get an uncommon upgrade and we can work on that. But for now, we just keep on our approach of replication, replication, replication in order to survive. So our last one of today. Now we always check our in-game messaging just to see who's around, if anyone is recruiting for guild members. There we go, there's a guild advertisement there. There we go. So we finished the day with 43 experience potions and 31 gas canisters, and then our rewards from our hero mountains starting to tally up there. Let's see, what else? Yep, that's about it for today. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back tomorrow with another breed and continuing on our journey to survive the first cycle.